Alrighty, it is time once again for some Seal of Orichalcos action. And in this one, my Valentine is going up against Valon, which they were friends in the series. So it's an interesting match for them to both start off with here. It's Performance with Sword was the card that popped up. So my versus Valon. Valon's deck obviously doesn't exist in card form, so we're using the Deskbot deck for him. We did try and create one, but nothing just kind of worked. So Valon it is. Now there is a note left for me on this one, and it says to ignore the 10 cards that Maya has in her extra deck. Upon rebuilding the deck, we used one of her story decks to fast track some of the cards so we didn't have to build the deck from scratch, and forgot to take them out, which I believe they may have done after this match, but pretend they're not there. So Valon has started off with a defense. An upstart Goblin has been played by Mai, and she's called Birdface to the field. Alright, heading to comments. Crimson Maelstrom 573 says, as long as Chumley draws well, he can beat Seeker before he completes Exodia. And at 12:34, I gotta say it, Exodia, obliterate. It's always fun watching Exodia, except when you're on the receiving end of it, but... Alright, face down card for Valon was Ancient Gear Box. It's a function card for his deck. And that's about it. Alright, 1 for 1. So 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard, special summon. 1 level 1 monster from your hand or deck. That card would actually be really good for the King of Summon Skull deck. Now that I think about it as well. Deskbot 03 and Deskbot, I missed what the other one was, what number it was, but it's hit 2000, the other one. And my... Oh, and there's Deskbot 4 as well. No effect. Bruh! 4,000 attack points for Valon on turn 3. Huh, okay. I mean, the rest of them are only 500. Oh man, this isn't looking good for Mai early on. Is the Deskbot deck going to be just too much for this era? It might be. Mai's deck for Orichalcos was relatively unchanged. We did add Seal of Orichalcos to the deck, but she used pretty much the same card. She even used Harpy's Pet Dragon against Joey, which is obviously one of her Duelist Kingdom cards. Well, so Valon's got a lot of attack power very early up. It's just dropped back down to 2,500. But Mai has not got much to really come back with here. Moonwolfie says, boo, I was hoping Becca would beat darts, but 2,000 attack with 4 stars are going to be hard for some duelist to get over if he draws them quick. A cool card used in the anime, Konami doesn't print it, lame, especially if the card is necessary for a specific deck or archetype to function correctly. Seems that Konami did that quite a lot as well. Alright, Maya's used Monster Reborn on Birdface, but I don't think there's really much she can do. She's put it to attack mode. And now Cyber Harpy Lady has come to the field as well. Harpy's Pet Phantasmal Dragon. So they're the cards that were in it. They were left in there by accident. But it was Mai's... what deck did we copy? I think mine might have a challenge deck, and it might be Harpy based, or Harpy's Pet Baby Dragon, or Harpy's Pet Dragon based. So that's why those few extra deck cards are in there. So negate attack was activated. So Valon's side of the field, I mean, he's drawn a very good hand. He's just played another desk bot. So the argument here is, are the desk bots just a little bit too broken? 5,500 attack points. So are the desk bots a little bit too broken? A little bit too much power for this era, or did Valon just draw a really good hand? So yeah, I am thinking, do we have to drop Valon's deck a little bit? I mean, the thing with the desk bots is that you need multiple copies of them for it to like actually work together as a deck. Okay, so my and Valon will set up for match number 2, but yeah. Well, that's why we do these pre-season knockout tournaments. That way, if one deck, like if Valon just absolutely steamrolls his way and wins the championship, like without even putting up a contest with anyone, then obviously, yeah, we know, alright, for the full-blown season that we will need to do something else for Valon. Okay, that's a little bit of a less aggressive hand for Valon. He's got Terraforming, so he can pull Seal of Orichalcos if he wants to. Alejandro Fernandez, good to hear from you again, says, haven't been able to keep up these past few weeks due to work and uni. Well, life do be like that. And when I come back, I get treated to this new series. Love it. Pegasus activated Safe Zone, which prevents destruction by card effects. Which is why Relinquish survived. Ah, is that why? There was something in that game. Yeah, that's right. Relinquish didn't get destroyed by that that effect I tried to destroy it with, and I'd missed whatever Pegasus did to save it. So that's what it was. Safe Zone. Alright, Yugioh is set face down by Valon. My heads only went with a face down, but Valon didn't go for an attack. Emperor Pikachu says, great match for Chum. That was for Chum and Seekers. And Alejandro Fernandez also says, I hope the next game has way more deck capacity, at the very least 100 plus, better yet 500 plus. Better AI in a mode where you can play against your own decks. Yes, playing against your own decks. That's something that's really missing from this game. Because when you can play against your own deck, you can see if there's flaws and stuff in it. And you can also... But then again, AI in Yu-Gi-Oh is also a bit of a funny beast as well. But the fact that there's only 32 deck slots, it sounds like a lot, and it probably is. But when you're trying to do series like I am, they fill up very quickly. So, oh man, if I could have more deck slots, oh, that'd be amazing. But no, 32 is the cap, and we need to have it on 2 switches because we need players to be able to play against each other. If we had half on one switch and half on the other, when it comes time, we could rebuild them twice and then swap them all around. In theory, that could work as well. Have half on one switch, half on the other, and then flip. Oh no, actually that would require us to build them more and more. Oh, there's just no easy way around it. I just wish there were more deck slots as well. Moonwolfie says, good drop, Chum. Got 2 of the 3 done before Exodia could show its face. The last player, 18 minutes 54, was brilliant. Get all Chum's monsters to the field to over 2,000 and then power up Des Koala 2 more times till it was 4,900. Yeah, that was one mean Koala. And wipe out the rest of Seeker's points. That was actually a really good play. Chum's deck is actually really good, which is surprising because I didn't think it would be. Okay, so Seal of Orichalcos is on the field, so we're going to see a Soul taken. Speaking of Soul, anyone watch NXT today? Sol Ruka and Zarya, I reckon, are going to be made tag champions at one stage. Although when Seal of Orichalcos is on the field and you've got 2 monsters with the same attack power, they can't be attacked. So it's a pretty It's a pretty defensive card as well. Emperor Pikachu says, I think Darts is an underrated villain. He was... Darts kind of reminds me a little bit of Sean Spears, if that makes sense as well. For those who don't know, Sean Spears, he's a wrestler in WWE's NXT, and he's kind of like this... how would you describe Sean Spears? He's kind of like this dude who convinces others, but deep down is really evil. Well, he's fake evil. And Harpy Lady Sisters now to the field as well. Attacking is going to be very difficult for Mai with that Seal of Orichalcos and Valon's monsters, 2 of them being 1500. Zukowski says, the Serene Aroma deck is pretty cool. It's one I've never seen before. Enjoyed watching it in action. It is a very cool deck. Bit of a tricky one to get the hang of, but me playing against the AI, when I'm playing against these, when I'm using these decks, I'm probably not going to get the most out of them on my first playthroughs. It usually takes, you know, a good 10 or so duels before you fully get comfortable with the deck. There's 1 for 1 again, and Valon is filling up his field with desk bots. And he's doing it pretty easily as well. It's that desk bot 01 that's really doing the damage. SCH292 says, anime cards in real life will be nice to play with. We all know that Kaiba's Crush card, what it does in the anime. Let's say we turn this card into a real life card and a no ban list, but limited and semi-limited or something. Of course, Crush card sounds way too OP, but keep in mind, no ban list, right? What if I use Crush card on you, but you have Fiber Jar in your deck or hand? I love Fiber Jar. I had that in my actual deck as well. Alright, there goes Happy Lady Sisters. I just milled out most of your monsters, your deck is thinned out, and I just increase your chances of drawing Fiber Jar or something. Yeah, Fiber Jar is a really troll card. I actually had one in my actual deck as well. I don't think I put it in my deck. I think I had it in my deck because what was I doing? Oh, yes. Because I would have all of the life point recovery. I made life point recovery with stuff like Cura Mermaid and cards like that. And what I would do is when I would draw Fiber Jar, I would activate its effect and basically restart the duel, but the opponent would have like however many life points and I'd have like a few 20 or 30,000 and I'd just keep repeating it. So like I would just continuously gain life points every Fiber Jar until it just like reset the duel. And oh man, it was so much fun to play that deck, but it must have been frustrating as all hell for someone playing against it. And now look at this, Mai has got some of her monsters powered up, but Valon is just, it's just too much. It's going to be very, man, that Seal of Orichalcos, that effect where your weak monsters can also be protected if they're the same attack power. That's very good for these desk bots as well. Mai's deck doesn't match up well against Valon. In fact, what the desk bots don't have is defense against effects that will just pop one of them, like a man-eater bug or something. So it might just be that it's matching up very well against Mai's deck, and I might have to finish the comments in Chumley's video. Because I don't think Mai is going to be able to last for much longer against this. There's a direct attack and that's it. So yeah, so we have got a good question presented to us. Is the desk bot a little bit too strong? And should we do something else for Valon's deck? But that is why we have preseason tournaments. So Valon will advance. He will play the winner of... let's pull up that tournament bracket. I haven't said that for a while. Let's pull up the tournament bracket. Orichalcos knockout. Valon will play the winner of Bakura and Gurimo. Gurimo was the default duelist that Yugi played in the introduction. So, gonna include the default guy, which is maybe he's underrated. Maybe he was the true champion. Maybe he was the true ruler. Darts was just so lucky. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in, and thanks for leaving all the comments. Chumlee is taking on his Shizu next as well. Thanks for tuning in, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, take care, farewell.